All right, we're going to review for this test. The test is probably going to actually be on Friday because, so here we go. Use to figure out the right to match the notation with the word or phrase that best describes it. So, number one, angle RXU from R to X to U goes like this. Oh, R to X to U. Do you see how this angle is in the center? That's a central angle. Okay. And then XR, segment XR, goes from the center to the edge. That's not a diameter, that's a radius. UY. Now look, from U to Y, that would be a chord. But since it's a line with arrowheads, it has to keep going with arrowheads. Arrowheads are not chords, those are secants. Okay. Point R is right here on the edge where a tangent line goes through. It's called a point of tangency. Okay. Now, arc URY from U to R, and it keeps going all the way to Y. Do you see how that's more than half? That is a major arc. All right. All right, number two. Oh my gosh. All right, you might remember this. What is the value of X? Okay, so look, an inscribed is half of the intercepted arc. All right, so that means another way of thinking it is 2 times the inscribed angle equals the arc. So that's what we're going to do. 2 times 9x minus 25 equals 10x plus 14. And then we're going to take that 2 in front of the inscribed angle and distribute. So 2 times 9 is 18x. 2 times negative 25 is negative 50. Bring down equals 10x plus 14. And then x is on both sides. Let's get rid of the smaller x, which is positive 10x, so minus 10x. Eighteen minus 10 is 8x, minus 50 equals 14. And then get rid of the loner, minus 50, add 50. 8x equals 64. And then divide by 8. And you should get x equals 8. And that's the value of x. Cool. Number 3. What is the value of x? So remember, when you have a tangent that touches once, and then they intersect, these segments are congruent. So what we're going to do is have to set those equal to each other. So 8x minus 19 equals 5x plus 23. Like the prior problem, when x is on both sides, you get rid of the smaller x. So minus 5x gives us 3x minus 19 equals 23. Get rid of this loner minus 19, add 19. 3x equals 42. And then divide by 3. 42 divided by 3 is 14. And then to find AB, well, AB is right here, right, between A and B. So I'm going to replace that x with 14. So 5 parentheses 14 plus 23. You can just type that straight into your calculator. 5 times 14 is 70. 70 plus 23. Plus 23 equals 93 degrees. 93 units. All right, number 4. Find the measure of the following arcs. So check it out. If I know this is 19, I know that this is 19 because it makes an X, they're vertical angles. 19. And then check it out. If I see 90, well, then I know that if this is 19 and I do 90 minus 19, 71 has to be this angle. This over here has to be 90 to make a straight line of 180. And then on the other side, again, straight line of 180, take away this 19. 161. All right, so let's do TSQ. From T to S to Q is adding all three of these angles up. 19 plus 161 plus 19. That equals 199 degrees. And then PQ from here to here. Ah, oops. Okay, so from P to Q over here has to match the central angle, right? Oh, I should have written that. All these outside arcs match the central angles. So PQ is 71 degrees. And then SR from here to here, we already know the central angle is 161. That is 161 degrees. All right, number 5. Solve for XWZ. XWZ right here. So let's go ahead and put an X there. Not to be confused with the other X. Okay, so when we have a inside angle, okay, we're going to start with the angle, which is what's missing, X equals, and then the equation is 1/2 parentheses, and then you take these two intercepted arcs and you add them. 43 plus 81. Well, what is 43 plus 81 first? 124. And then half of 124, or 124 divided by 2, is 62. 62 degrees. Cool. Given a circle with a radius AB of 8. A to B is going to be 8 centimeters. And the central angle of A here, sorry, B has to be here. ABC has to be 63 degrees. Well, let's find the length of the arc, which means arc length. And what's the arc length formula? Well, it's theta over 360 2 pi r. So theta is 63, r is 8. So 63 over 360, 2 pi 8. Sixty-three control divide 360, go to the right. 2 pi enter 8.796 rounds to 8.8 actually. And remember, arc length is regular units, so in this case, centimeters. All right. Cool. The hand on the circular clock in the figure below measures 8 inches. Which of the following is closer to the distance the tip of the hand travels as it moves from 12 to 6, half a circle? How many degrees is half a circle? 180 degrees. So what are we doing? Which of the following is closest distance? So the distance on the tip of a circle is called the arc length. So once again, theta over 360, 2 pi r. Theta is 180, r is 8. So it's 180 over 360, 2 pi 8. One eighty over 360, 2 pi 8 is 25.13. And again, the units in this case are inches. Cool. All right. Which is the closest area of the shaded sector? Area of the shaded sector. So remember, that's theta over 360 pi r squared. Theta is 38. The radius is 15. So it's going to be what? 38 over 360 pi 15 squared. 38, control divide 360, go to the right. Pi 15 squared. 74.61. And the units are inches, so it's got to be inches squared. Cool. Dak Prescott is designing his own dartboard. He started by cutting a piece of wood into a circle with a radius of 8 inches. Next, he divided the circle into congruent sectors of 18 each, 18 degrees. What is closest to the area of one sector? So like once again, we're using that sector formula, theta over 360 pi r squared. So 18 over 360 pi 8 squared. $10.05. Square inches or inches squared. Cool. And then what's the equation of the graph? Now, you might remember the equation of a graph is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Let's find the center of this thing. So the center, the h comma k is 3 to the right, 2 down. So that's 3, negative 2. And then the radius is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can do x, the opposite of positive 3 is minus 3 squared, plus y, the opposite of minus 2 is plus 2 squared. And that equals r squared, which is 5 squared. And 5 squared is 25. Okay, so make sure you square the r, make sure you put the opposite of the center x and y value, the h and k, and that'll be it. So that is your review. Make sure you know how to do all this stuff, you study it, bring it to the test.